Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is a T-54 first prototype, or T-54 Mod 1. It's located on the south spawn of Abbey, and it's under the command of Mr. Lan. Now, he sent us a few replays for us to have a look at, and they're quite interesting. This one, he's got a 2 marked T-54 first prototype. It's a Tier 8 Soviet Premium Medium, and it's also quite a good tank, or a bit slower than the T-44, but that's the tank it was designed to replace. It's not the one that finally went into production, but it's got decent qualities. It gives up some of the speed of the T-44 for a heavy hitting, highly armoured medium tank. He's loaded with, well, APCR and AP, 100mm gun, 250 alpha, penetrating 247 with the APCR, and he's loaded the standard AP as his first round. He's actually switched them the other way around. He's got 190 with the standard ammo. Doesn't penetrate the IS with that shot. Gonna go for the second one. Nope, didn't get that one in either. But he actually has managed to pick up a spotter badge so far, because he actually has spotted over 1,000 hit points of damage. Oh, now, I don't think he meant that to happen, and he's showing his ass to the enemy, but he managed to get out of there without taking any damage. And you can see one of the shots that went into that IS went right through the mantlet, and that one went in as well. He was using the APCR, and yeah, it will go through. Now I'm trying to get a difficult shot at this range, going for that cupola. Instead, he actually gets it through the main body of the tank, and second shot in, he's now done 1.8k of spotting assist. Okay, he's off down the road. Now there's a Chi-Ri nearby and an IS. Goes the Chi-Ri. Now remember, it's a multi-shot medium. 3 shots. Only one of them damaged the tracks, the other one didn't. Now he's firing the AP. He can easily get the AP through the Chi-Ri, but he did take another round in the tracks, and now he hasn't got a repair kit because he's burned it. Oh no, he hasn't burned it. Okay, he fixed it instead, and the Chi-Ri's down. Now it's just that IS, and he will need the APCR, I think. Oh no, he doesn't need it, and he was actually rubbed up against by one of his own teammates there. The guy in the IS-6, he was a bit too anxious to get to the enemy, I think. Now there's still a Reveille somewhere on that corner, or ravioli as Jingles calls it. In fact, actually the troops called it the ravioli as well, funnily enough. He was absolutely right about that. No, they've gone. Okay, they pulled back. And that might mean they're in defensive position just around this corner. So, yeah, we need to be careful. It's a 105mm gun on that tank. Okay, he had a quick look around the corner. Our teammate in the Leo was almost hurrying to get around this corner as well. He's checking all the defensive positions that it might be in. The Leo's decided to go balls deep. And, yes, he's gone straight in. And the IS-6 is joining us. Oh, we'll let the Leo take the lead on this at the moment. The enemy's probably going to try and come back. Okay, it looks like they're all down the west side of the map. Although there were some in the centre, and we did get hit by a round from a Super Hornet, and he purportedly was also in the centre. Okay, there they are. Okay, there's the Reveille as well. He's up on the western side. Well, Mr. Lan is playing very aggressively. There's a Super Hornet in the castle grounds. Puts a round into him, 247, standard AP. Bounces the round that came back from it, 90mm gun against the 100mm gun. The armour on the T-54 first mod is actually quite good, as I said. So it's very difficult for that 90mm to go through. If you're wondering about the colour scheme on this tank, well, that comes from Sir Rusty. It's one of his creations. It's to make the T-54 first prototype more identifiable on frontline. If you do see one of these coming, then you know what you need to do in order to defeat it. The same is true for the Progetto skin that he made. And the Super Hornet takes, Super Hellcat I should say, not Super Hornet, takes another shell and another one. He's not paying attention and he is going to die. He's just not paying attention at all and he's out the game. Tunnel vision. I think he was actually trying to kill our T-28, who's actually overturned, and that's what he was trying to kill. Yeah, there's if you look at the mini-map, it says T-28 flipped over. There's a little arrow pointing over. That's a flipped vehicle. And so the Hellcat was actually greedily feasting upon what he thought was a dead tank, or a tank that was going to be dead. And instead now he's putting holes in the VK3001P. He really isn't up to fighting a tier 8 medium. Tier 6 medium is not really going to be able to survive. He only needs to nudge him and he'd go out the game, but he's not going to nudge him because they're going to shoot him to death. Thank you. It's actually a very colourful scheme, this, isn't it? This look at all the bounces on the armour. It's so well angled, the armour on this tank. Well, they've cleared the enemy cap area, or their own cap area, not the enemy cap area. AT-15 run round through the side. That's the standard version, the tech tree version, not the premium. Another shot into him. He's really not paying attention. He's a bit tunnel visioned as well, and now he's out the game. So, there's only 2 enemy tanks left. It's the ISM and one of their Artys, and the Arty is an M44. Now, he's more than likely going to be somewhere up the West Channel, and I'd be tempted not to go up top like this because it's a bit slow going up here. I'd be tempted to actually go around the quick and level route, but, well, this is what Mr. Land's decided. He's got 4 kills. That T-28 is still on his side, poor guy. I think Mr. Land's going for the top gun. Yep, he wants both last kills. There's only 3 left on Mr. Land's side. Oh, now the ISM. He's going to have to load the APCR for this one. He's got a steel wall, purportedly. Track him first, hit the engine. Oh, he's going to hit the engine. There's the M44 behind us. But we've got the ISM between him and them. Oh, that damaged the turret. And the M44 stuns us, but not going to stop us hitting that lower plate. Just slowed our reload down a little. Track him. Oh, kills him instead. One through the lower plate. So it's just the M44 now. He could load the HE to do that. In fact, he's loading the AP instead. Now he's turned around. I'm not sure why he did that. Go for it. Top Gun, if you can kill him. Question is, where's he gone? Is he still there? He's probably waiting to kill Mr. Land because Mr. Land's hit points are now down to just 31. A shotgun would be enough to take him out of the game. So I suspect that what Mr. Land is actually doing is being cautious, and he's actually going to try and approach the M44 from behind, hoping that the M44 is anticipating Mr. Land blundering into him front end first. Instead, he's going to go round the back and see if he can attack him from the rear. Of course, the only other member of our team who happens to be able to fight this is on his side, and the M44 on our team hasn't really noticed that and actually tried to do something about it. Mr. Land being very cautious about this. He doesn't want to go right into an ambush, going long ways around. Can't see the M44. Maybe the M44 has now realised that he was actually being outflanked, and instead he's decided to change position. Or maybe he knows that Mr. Land actually doesn't have enough hit points to go for him directly, and what he's doing is he's hunting Mr. Land instead. Yeah, we can see the symbol for the overturned T-28. Might be a good idea for Mr. Land to go to that T28 and flip him back up, right? Or in fact, the M44 is doing that right now. And there's the M44. He's actually behind us and up on the heights. And is he coming down? I think he's coming down. Oh, big hit! But it doesn't kill the M44, but this will. That wins the game and gives him a Top Gun. Very well played by Mr. Land. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tank for Mr. Land in the T-54 first prototype. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle, and a shell proof for blocking more damage than hit points for his own vehicle. He also picked up a cool headed for surviving 10 ricochets, non-penetrating shots in a row, a steel wall as well for blocking the most damage in the game, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills with his last shot. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see that he did get the highest damage, 5,116 hit points of damage altogether. The next highest scorer was the ISM that he took down as his second to last kill, 4,885 hit points to him. And he also picked up a Top Gun, funnily enough, as did Mr. Land. The next high scorer after that was the T-34-85M on his team with only 3 kills. When it came to base XP, it's Mr. Land again. He's got the top in all 3 columns, 1,833 base experience points. That's a very high ace tanker in the T-54. He also got 936 for the T-34-85M and 902 for the M44, who stayed alive and did get 2 kills during that game. T-28 should get a mention actually. He managed to flip his tank, but he certainly did get some damage on the enemy before he died. He did get a kill, so he did participate, although yes, he made a bit of a boo-boo by flipping himself over. 29 shots fired by Mr. Land, 27 direct hits, 24 penetrations, damage of 5,116 hit points, of which 515 were at more than 300 meters. He received 13 hits from the enemy, 3 penetrations, 10 non-penetrations, most of those just bounced off the turret armor or the hull armor, 1 hit by way of splash damage as well, 1,000, that was an Arty round, 1,870 hit points of damage blocked, 4 enemy tanks spotted, 7 damage, 6 killed, and 2,534 hit points of spotting assist. On a premium count, he earned 111,045 credits, got 50,000 credits from personal missions, and after repair, ammunition, resupply, consumables, and yes, he did have to fire some premium rounds, and of course he did use the consumables, but he still made a whopping great 136,107 credits from that game alone. 1,833 XP, 16,500 from personal missions, 275 for this being a premium vehicle, and a 19,525 experience points from one game lasting just 10 minutes and 7 seconds. That's a brilliant game, that really was. So, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. We will be having some more replays by Mr. Land very shortly, so do stay tuned to our channel because some of them are quite interesting. I think you'll be flabbergasted when you do see them. So, thanks for watching.